Okay, everyone gather in, gather in. Yeah, just nice and close on the sides there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's good. Okay, okay, now a silly one, huh? A silly one. No, do not ask for a silly photo. What is with the whole silly photo thing? You're never going to use it. It's just to incriminate you later on. It's so that they can get you in a compromising position physically to be like, oh, look at you, goofball. I hate it. I hate the silly photo. It serves no purpose. It's just so the camera person can come off as being fun. No. You know what's fun? Getting good photos. Okay, so keep that up. A silly photo cannot be a good photo. I hate the silly photo. Nothing is just, it brings me, I have a list going. One day I'll make a video. Things that make me unreasonably anxious. This isn't quite on there, but it could deserve a spot because I hate it. Right when they take the pose, I'm like, okay, I hope I didn't blink. That went well. Right when they say, okay, now a silly one, I'm like, God fucking damn it. Really? I gotta do this shit? I gotta reach into the depths of my personality and try to come up with some pose that will, encapsulate that? I can't do that. You know my problem with the silly photo is that it's such a lose situation. No one's a winner. What's the point of it? There's no point to a silly photo. Actually, I think there's a very clear point. I think silly photos are good because they're revealing. You can see if someone has a personality that you don't really like based on the silly photo. Like if someone says a silly photo and that motherfucker right here gets you in a fucking headlock, immediately I fucking hate that person. It's good. It weeds people out. A silly photo, maybe in the moment, sucks because now I'm in a headlock. But at least now I know I'm never going to talk to the motherfucker again. I hate that person. That's the thing. A silly photo, it doesn't really show personality, right? If you have a good one. But if you have a loud personality, right? If your personality has a lot of decibels, ooh, that shit, you can hear it from a silly photo. Isn't that crazy? But a silly photo for, people that I would like spending time with, it's what are we doing? Huh? Every silly photo, I do the same shit. I just act like, oh, I just turn to the person next to me, which is usually a tall, quiet person because we're always in the back. And we always look at each other and go, we always do that shit. We never, it's like, oh, we might feign like, oh, do we do bunny ears on the fucking short people? It's like, no, because we're not those people. We're gentle giants. But God, I fucking hate the silly photo. It's such a bad ritual. You know what the silly photo is? It has the same energy as the person that continues the happy birthday song. Like, the people that say, they do happy birthday and it finishes and it goes to you. And then that one motherfucker goes, and many more. It's like, no, fucking shut the fuck up. Okay? That's exactly what a silly photo does. It shows you the people that are watching Channel 4 with Scooby-Doo and fucking Blues Clues or whatever the fuck that song is. Fuck that person. Speaking of birthdays, it's my birthday today, but when this comes out, so thank you. Thank you. I don't want to talk about it. I don't like, on my birthday, I don't like bringing attention to it. We're just going to move on. Okay, I made a video on my main channel. It should be up. Go watch that. Okay, you want to give me a birthday present? Just go like that. Leave a comment. That's all I ask. Okay, let's move on. Also, I made the cooking video with Alex. I recorded that last October. Believe it or not, that was recorded on October 9th, 2021. You can probably see it took a long time to edit it. I've just been like off and on it. So go watch those. Okay, both of these, go watch those. That's it. Now we're done with my birthday. Okay, moving on. Fuck the silly photo. Fuck that thing. It sucks. I don't know. Why do the people even say it, right? Like, I get why when you take a photo, they like say cheese because it's like cheese. It makes your mouth do the thing, smile. What is a silly photo? What the hell? I remember when I took my grad photos as a high schooler. I don't think she'll want to be in the video. So I'll like blur her face. But this is, when I was taking grad photos, this was the picture, me and my mom, when they were like, okay, now a silly one that shows your personality. I was like, my personality is standing here and smiling, okay, doing the job and being done. I don't want to do, so of course, see, I went my tried and true. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, so get out of here, silly photo. But I fucking hate a silly photo. I haven't come across a person that likes them. It's like a joint thing. When the camera person says silly photo, it's like the whole group of people that are getting their photo taken in that moment kind of bond because they're all collectively in their mind like, fuck that person. Like, fuck you. First of all, you're making me squeeze in next to people I don't fuck with. And now you're saying I gotta be silly with them? How am I supposed to be jovial with some jackass? Okay? Now you're the enemy. That's right. It's in that moment. You ever see that thing where it's like, if we all just realize how many of us there are, we can overtake them. It's like when they say, ooh, a silly photo. It's like everyone in the photo suddenly realizes, wait a minute, we don't have to. We have what would happen if I just walked away? Nothing, because we got what we needed. We got the serious photos. We got what we came for. If I don't take a silly photo, who gives a single fuck? Okay? Like the camera person's not gonna be like, ooh, silly photo, and they're gonna be like, okay, guy in the back, can you a little more silly? No, that's not gonna happen. In the normal photo, you can be like, hey, your hair's kind of, can you get the hair out of there? That's good, right? You're trying to accomplish something, get a good photo. With a silly photo, there's no requirement. It doesn't need to exist, is what I'm saying. But it does, and that upsets me. I hate it. I hate the silly photo. It's stupid. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't even know. I would like to know. I should have looked it up. What's the origin of a silly photo, right? Oh, God, I have a bad joke. I can't say that. That's inappropriate. Why would someone want to take a silly photo? It's stupid. I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe they were like, oh, it's good to have like a lot of you. We don't get to see your personalities. So to put it on display and I'm going to capture it. Okay. No, stop that. All of it. I've never, by the way, every time a silly photo's been taken, I've never seen it. I don't even think they exist. I think silly photos are taken and then get erased off the face. Have you ever seen a silly photo? You know, in all those situations, like silly photo, where does it go? Like, I think the government just has you doing silly faces. And then that's how they're going to make deepfake technology. They have all these fucking silly photos of you, and then they can have any facial expression in the world. They can have you do it. Okay? So if you become president, they can just fuck with your whole candidacy, your whole, rule. Because they can just make fake videos of you because in 7th grade when you were in band, you took a silly photo. God, I hate a silly photo, dude. Nothing upsets me more. I mean, yes, things do. You ever stub your toe? Oh, that shit sucks. But a silly photo, it's kind of close. It's pretty. Let me just say, top 3 worst things, and it's not number 3, okay? So yeah, please never do a silly photo, okay? Because if you're going to take a silly photo, just use that time to take a good photo. Give me options, okay? Speaking of photos, by the way, have I talked about this on here? One of the most upsetting things to me. Let's air it out. God, I don't think I've talked about this. This fucking upsets the shit out of me. When you tell someone, hey, take a photo, and they go, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, yeah, I'll get you right here. Yeah. All right, here you go. I'm like, oh, sorry. Can you take some photos? Oh, another one. Yeah, sure. All right, here you go. Take 37,000 photos of me, okay? I fucking, the one photo guy, it's always a guy, okay? Girls are too fucking smart to do this shit. Guys are like, I took a photo. No, I need a photo, okay? That doesn't mean you take a photo. That means you take a bunch of photos so I can pick the one I want, you jackass. It always upset. I ran into this guy. He was a little older than me. I ran into this guy and I was, he had like gone in another room. I was talking to his girlfriend and she was telling me, oh yeah, he and I were taking photos earlier. I was like, yeah, how was that? She's like, it was good. We got some good ones. Except like, I don't know, I can't use some of them because like, he doesn't take that many. I'm like, oh no? She's like, yeah, he just like takes one and gives me. I'm like, break up with him. I didn't say that, but in my head, I'm like, fuck that guy. They're now married, by the ways. And he still does it, I heard. But fuck that guy. Why? She must suck, right? I don't know her that well, but she has to fucking suck to settle for that jackass. Because what the fuck? Do you not deserve better? j- That's the other part of being an adult now. I see people and I'm like, you settled. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. What the fuck are you doing with that person? Okay. It makes me lose respect for them a little bit because I'm like, no, you should get you. This conversation we're having, the one I had with the girl, it should have gone, oh yeah, we took a bunch of photos. Oh my God, he got a lot of angles. He gave me good advice. Like, I have so many options to choose from. Like, he's so great to take photos with. Instead, I had to sit there, listen to her making excuses like, oh yeah, he's just a grumpy cat. No, fuck that guy. Kick him out, okay? A cat always lands on its feet. Kick grumpy cat out the fucking window, okay? Get a new guy. Fuck that guy. I hate that shit. And what is it, guys? What are you doing? What, you got some better to do? Huh? I know this guy. He doesn't do anything. I'm like, where are you hurrying up to get? It's just he causes a rift by doing little weird shit like that. I'm like, no, just be a guy, okay? Well, don't be a guy, but be a person, okay? I hate the one photo person. It's interesting. Today, I actually explained it at work. At work, they have this, they're preparing this presentation. Anyways, they needed photos from inside the lab. So yesterday I went in the lab. I took a couple of photos of some systems that they needed for the presentation. And today we talked about them. The guy that requested it was like, oh, you got my photos? I was like, yeah. Popped over an email with a zip file. And I was like, there you go. And he was like, wait, why are a bunch of these the same? I was like, because you got options. He was like, but they're the same photo. I was like, and that's where you're wrong. Because no, they're not. Okay. Look at each of them. They're slightly different angles. Okay. I did like half and 0.5. I did a couple, in the normal zoom. Different angles, different amount of things in the photo. I was like, yeah, they're all of the same thing, but you have options. And he was like, I don't really see it. I was like, and that's why you're in engineering. But but yeah, I had to explain the whole like taking a bunch of photos thing. And I even had this, I gave a more tame rant, but today at work, I explained to 3 people. I was like, no, you never be the one photo person. And they were like, what is that? I was like, the one photo person? The when you hand your phone, they go, all right, here you go. They're like, oh, yeah, I guess some people do that. I think maybe they were realizing they're the one photo person. And they're like, fuck, oh shit. But fuck the one photo, fuck the silly photo person, fuck the one photo person. I hate those people. Why would you do that? And going back to the whole like guys being jackasses in relationships thing, why? It's just upsetting to think about. Like, why make a lifelong commitment with someone that's that way? Man, like, why not be with someone understand? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. It's their marriage. Whatever. I don't have to sign the divorce papers, okay? No cramp on my wrist, okay? That's their shit to deal with. Anyways, I was talking to someone earlier this week, and we had ordered fast food, and they'd given me all the napkins from the bag, fast food. It was Chick-fil-A. And they'd give me all the napkins from Chick-fil-A. And I have a bunch of napkins already from fast food places, because why would you? I mean, I have napkins from a store that I bought, but if you're given free napkins, save that shit. Okay? If you got a little spill or whatever, break out the Chick-fil-A napkins. Break out the McDonald's napkins. Okay? That's why that shit's there. You got to save that. Okay? Save those shitty recycled Chipotle napkins. Okay? You got to stock up. I mean, what are the chances of a pandemic happening, right? But you got to be prepared. Maybe, it could happen. I've heard. I've never seen one in my lifetime. But he gave me these napkins, and he already knew I had a bunch of napkins. He was like, oh, wow, it's going to be Napkinville over there, huh? And I'm close enough to this person to where I was like, I'm going to call you on your bullshit. I was like, what the fuck did you just say? He was like, what? I was like, so what the thing you just said about the napkin, say it again. He was like, yeah, you have a lot of napkins. I'm like, no. You gave it a cutesy name. What did you just say? Oh, it's going to be Napkinville? Yeah. What the fuck was that, man? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how uncreative is that? I'm close enough to this person. This is okay. But I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, that's so uncreative. I was like, that's like You know, that's like someone I don't know, fix something around their house. It's like, oh, look at Mr. Home over here. It's like, what did you no? Come up with something creative, like oh, look at Mr. Home Improvement. Go with Tim Allen. Say, oh, look, you got your everyday Tim Allen over here. Okay, because it requires one step of cleverness. Don't just say, oh, look at Mr. Home Improvement over here, huh? Don't just say I'm Mr. the thing I'm doing. You ever see this? You show up, maybe you're sporting a new look. This jacket, never worn it before. This coat, whatever the fuck you call it. This blazer. What if I show up and I'm wearing it in front of someone and they go, "Uh oh, Mr. Blazer's in town. Why are you the way you are?" What? Say something funny. Like, "Uh oh, where's the mystery, Sherlock?" That's good. That I like that. That's good. Um, oh, if I don't do my taxes, are you gonna hunt me down? Huh? You look like you work for the fucking IRS. What's with that jacket? These are good. Okay. Don't just say, "Uh oh, Mr. Jacket's in the building." Do you think you're funny? They say it with a smile, and they're like, "I said a clever thing." No, bro, you just said Napkinville. uh, why am I just upset? I'm not. I'm in a good mood. I'm recording this early. I'm recording this on Friday because I want to post this and the other main channel vid on Monday. So I got to like do these things today. I took a nap earlier. Like I'm in a good mood, but like I'm coming in hot with like all these people. I'm like, fuck these people. I think, you know what? There's just so much to be upset about in the world. Someone walks into your living room. Uh oh, it's really couch town in here. Yeah, it's a living room. What do you. Wow, got enough couches? I have 2 couches. That's a very regular amount for a living room. Okay, don't act like I have an absurd amount of couches for the space that they exist in. Okay, if someone's wearing like a big red coat, don't be like, uh oh. Actually, big red is kind of clever, I guess. But like yeah, say like, oh, here comes Big Red, or here comes Lightning McQueen, or oh, where's the fire that you're running to put out, you fucking firefighter? Or say like, oh wow, yeah, the rebranding for the red M&M looks different. It just, oh, look at Clifford. You know, there's so many fucking options for you just to say, oh, look at Mr. Jacket over here. Fuck off. Like, don't go outside. Your mediocrity, it doesn't need to be around others. Okay, you're gonna rub off on me. I don't want that. Okay, just stay inside. You're not contributing to the world. Okay, so don't go out inside of it or out around it. Okay, just stay over there. Just fucking get out of here. That's the kind of guy, the guy that's like, oh, Napkinville. He's the motherfucker that would get you in a headlock in a silly photo. I don't want to be around this person, man. So yeah, please be creative. Okay. Or if you're not, be ironic about it. You know, you can say Napkinville, but you have to be self-aware. You can't be like, look at Napkinville over here, and be genuine. You got to be like, uh-oh, Napkinville, right? Because you got a bunch of napkins. You got to do that. You have to let people in to the idea that, oh, I know what I'm saying is stupid. If you just say a stupid thing and you don't realize it, guess what? That makes you an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Okay? Uh-oh, we got Mr. Dumb over here. God. I have the Ring app. You know, I have a Ring doorbell. Bing. And I don't know if you have a Ring app, but like there's a thing in it called Neighborhoods. And you can see like around your neighborhood what is happening. Like if there's a lost dog, or like, ooh, there's suspicious activity at the Safeway. You know, stay away from the grocery store. Or maybe, you know, lost cat. Or maybe someone speeding. All that shit. You can see it on the neighborhood like tab of your Ring app. It's like a regional Reddit, you know, for neighbors. And recently I saw, well, you see it pretty often, like, oh, lost dog. I got a dog that appeared here. Like, whose is this? But I didn't know. I learned this week you can take a video and like upload a video. And so this person took a video. It was a little pit bull, and he was like, "Oh, this happy dog came out of nowhere. Like, is anyone losing a pit bull? Like, check your surroundings. Like, make sure you all have your pit bulls." And the dog seemed really happy. And I thought about it. I was like, if you are like the owner of that pit bull and you see that, you gotta feel shitty, right? Because you're like, hey, wait a minute, why are you so happy with them? Hmm? That's like, you ever see your friends like hang out with other friends and they seem to be having a really good time? It's like most of you is happy for them, but a part of you is like, how come you're never that happy with me? Hey, wait a minute. So I was like, I wonder if the owner of this pit bull is like, I don't even want you back. Okay. If life is so good over there, go over there. Okay. No, don't come back. Stay over there. Fuck you. I give you the world and this is how you treat me? Okay. No. Message received, motherfucker. Okay. But that's gotta feel bad, right? And you've been in that situation. And that's where FOMO comes from. That fear is that you're gonna see one of those photos. You know, your friends are like, come out tonight. You're like, long day. I just want to like rest. They're like, come on, you're gonna regret it. You're like, I probably won't. You wake up the next morning, you see the post on social media. You're like, fuck, you guys should not be having that much fun without me. I'm the catalyst of fun. Okay, I'm the fun guy. How are you having fun? All of you were calling my place Napkinville last week. How are you now all interesting? Oh, because you're all interesting to each other. All boring people. They find solace in other boring people because they're like, wow, you're like me. We should go to Napkinville sometime. But that's, I mean, still, no matter how boring they are, you're like, fuck, you shouldn't be having a good time. It's toxic. You shouldn't have this feeling. But you do because you're human, okay? Humans can be basic or they can be acidic, you know? They can be toxic. Rarely are they in the middle. Okay, you just got to regulate though. You can't be too much on the poles, you know? You can't be too far on each side. So when you see those photos, you got to be like, I know this feels bad, but it's okay. Because we still have fun. But not this much fun. How are they laughing that much? What did they, who said what? Huh? I'm the jokester? Who told a joke that's worthy of that much laughter? Fuck that. The guy looking at his dog? No, he's not. They gave him treats. There's no way he's just that happy. You know what? They must have dogs, and they gave my dog a treat because no, he's never. No. 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 We. What are you talking about? What we have is special. That's not. Hmm. Yeah. So I feel bad. But then you're like, well, you did lose your pit bull. So I guess this is the price you pay, right? Just seeing them with their side owners. uh, the guy goes to get the dog. He's like, yeah, man, he loved it here. You're gonna have a hard time taking him away from here. He's almost made it his own home. You're like, hey, shut up. No, come on. Hey, we're leaving. Shut the fuck up with that. I know that's playful and everything, but don't even, no. Hey, you close the dog's ears. Hey, don't say that shit in front of him, okay? Just, what if he gets ideas, okay? Yeah, no, bring him around anytime. You seem to love it here. Yeah, okay, sure. uh, so yeah, hopefully that pit bull got home. And hopefully home loves him as much as those people that found him. I think it was last night, or maybe the night before. I was no, it was just last night. I was going to bed. I was watching a YouTube video, and just in the middle of the video, this is like 1:47 a.m. I think it was last night, and in the middle of the YouTube video, I got a mattress ad that said, it's just the start of it was Sleep is important for your health and wellness. Well, luckily for you, we have a lot of mattresses. Here at Sleep Number. I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, this feels targeted. Did you guys know? Hey, stop. Okay, cool. You have good mattresses. But what was that first line? Sleep is important for your health and wellness. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm literally getting in bed. Easy. Okay, okay, mom. What do you got to throw this shit at me for, huh? It felt targeted. I was like, do you guys know? Could you ever seen that? Like sometimes you get Jack in the Box ads like late at night. Maybe that's just me. But they're like advertising the munchie meal. And it's like, oh yeah, yeah. It makes sense that you're getting an ad for the munchie meal at like fucking 1 a.m. And so this mattress ad, I'd never gotten it before. Like Jack in the Box, that's par for the course. But this mattress ad was like, it was like a doctor. It being like, hey, remember, for your health, go to sleep. I'm like, no, I got it. Okay. Jesus. I was only going to watch a couple more minutes. Okay. Ooh. But usually mattress ads, they're all about comfort. So it was pretty crazy. Like right out the gate, it was like, hey, this is good for your health. I'm like, okay. You ever feel like sometimes it's not even justified? Like that one felt targeted, but sometimes you just like you're projecting. Like you ever be eating some fast food and then suddenly you get an ad for like what is that called? What's the one where they send you food? Fuck. I don't know what it's called. I forgot the one where they like send you the pre-made or like all the ingredients and then you just like cook it super easy. Let's just call it leafy greens. I don't know. Imagine like, yeah, you're eating just shit and then you get a leafy greens ad. Like that was already going to play, but because you're eating fast food, you're like, well, hey, fuck you guys. Okay. This is my cheat day. Get that out of here. Okay. Sorry, that's just gonna annoy the shit out of me. What is that called? I literally got a coupon in the mail for one the other day. Hello Fresh. That's the one. Okay. Yes. You ever just scarfing down some In and Out at like 1 a.m.? Oh, actually not. Just at a normal time. Like you ever scarf down In and Out at like lunch? And it's like, hello Fresh. And I'm like, okay. It's Saturday. Get off my freaking jock about this shit. Okay? What do you now want me to be happy in life, man? And then some shit is just uncalled for. You ever get like a treadmill ad? I'm like, okay, hey, whoa. That's a whole different lifestyle, okay? Let's like slow down on the targeted ads. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. Can you maybe take it back a notch? That's a lot for me. And then I think the night before that, I woke up in the morning and just I was laying in bed on my back and my left hand was holding one of my socks. And I pick up the sock and I'm like, where did this come from? And then as your body starts coming online, you're like, wait a minute, I don't have a sock on my right foot. And I was like, wait a minute. How did that happen? So if you didn't get it, I took the sock off of my right foot in my sleep and I was just holding it in my left hand. But I was fully like under the sheets, like normal, like how I went to sleep. So I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? Isn't that crazy? I've always thought about it. I haven't lived with people for a while. Like maybe the pandemic was the last time I lived with people for an extended amount of time because I went back home. But like ever since I started college, like for all intents and purposes, I'm usually like my own roommate, my own housemate. And so I'm like, do I do weird shit in my sleep? Like I've never had a history of sleepwalking. Is that something I do now? I don't know. I've never heard that I snore. Do I snore? I don't know. I don't know these things about me because there's never been someone to report back. So I was like, what kind of fucking gymnastics is going on to where I have my right sock in my left hand? I was like, should I start recording myself? Like, what's going on here? Are there ghosts? I don't know. But I just thought that was crazy. I was like, how did something like that happen? The first thought I had was, oh, I got an extra pair of socks. I brought an extra pair of socks with me to bed. And then when I felt my right foot, like, brush against the sheets, I was like, holy shit, that's a bare foot. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? It was like my own little hangover movie, except it wasn't alcohol. It was just in and out at 1 a.m. Okay, shut the fuck up. Don't look at me like that. It's my cheat day. Shut up. I've been noticing a trend. And this will be the last thing we talk about here. I've been noticing a trend that every like professional, not every, but like a lot of professional workers, or like influencers now too. Like people in tech jobs, people at schools, people in the like doctors, the medical field. A lot of them are like influencers, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like it's showing more personality. But then I was like, what if it goes too far? Like they like people like to document like, oh, what I do in the day, whatever. But like, what if we get to a point where there's like a doctor, a surgeon, and he's like taking you along with me for his surgery, waking up at 3 a.m. because we gotta get the patient right in the morning. They can't eat anything, so we gotta perform a 6 a.m. operation. Here's my like get ready routine, and then they like film the surgery, but it's like you can only see them, so it's okay. But then what if they're like blood, like and gets on their face? Like, can you show that? That's someone's blood. I was like, yo, what if we get too far? You're in the middle of a surgery. You start talking to the camera. Okay, so now this is a tough cut. We usually don't have this cut, but what I'm going to do is I'm making an incision. Okay, I fucked up. Shit. And the person's like, can we fix that? And you're like, yeah, I'll just edit that part out. And you're like, no, the person. Can we save the person? You're like, oh, shit. Oh, God, let me hit stop recording. The person, right. The thing I was here for, my profession. Yeah, probably. And I'm like, well, it's gonna go too far, right? We're gonna like start. I mean, it's great. We get to see like a surgeon. Like, what does that day in the life look like? Really, only that person's family maybe knows. Whatever. It's cool. We get a look in. But when is it too much of a look in? I saw this preschool teacher on TikTok, and she was, dancing or whatever, and like complaining about kids. And then all the comments were like, "You're a teacher," and I was like, "Oh shit, is she gonna get in trouble?" I'm like, "Are you allowed to do that?" But I was like, "Why did she?" Maybe then I had the bad thought, right? I was like, "Did you become one like for the kids, or like because you're like, oh, that'd be a dope thing to be like a preschool influencer?" Because I'm like, shouldn't people in those industries like get the joy from their job? Like, why do you need? It's cool, we get a look into your job, but like, doesn't the fulfillment come? I don't know. But then you can make the argument, right? Like you spreading that joy to others. Like, oh, look how fun it is to be a preschool teacher. Look at all the fun activities we do. But like she was roasting the shit out of her kid. She's like, oh yeah, when that one dumbass raises his hand and I just went over that. I'm like, hey yo, chill. So I'm just worried. I'm worried that this is going to go too far. Like, what if the preschool teacher, she's, when I was in preschool, we had nap time, we had like playtime, then we had like snack time, and the snack time would always get this little Dixie cup full of pretzels. I'm like, what if she's over there fucking getting sturdy, and then someone's fucking choking on a pretzel stick, and she just doesn't see that because she's getting sturdy, I just wonder, when is it going to happen? When's that first thing, When is that first kid going to die? Because the teacher was throwing it back. But then some things are like really uncalled for. Like some people crack down on them. I think they're trying to get ahead of the problem. I saw this nurse and she was like, oh my God, like scrubs are so cute. This is going to be my whole personality. Like I fucking love this shit. And all the comments were like, yo, fuck you. You shouldn't be a nurse just to be attractive in slim, fitting clothes. Fuck you. Leave the nursing industry. I was like, hey, yo, chill. I was like, I still think this is tame territory, where she's like, oh, this looks good. Did I, the thing I wear to work? Now, if she's doing that when she's like in the middle of an appointment, maybe we, shit on her a little bit. But like this seems harmless, If someone's thinking about becoming a nurse, they're like, well, what do I wear every day? And you'd be like, oh, these dope scrubs. You're like, okay, that's cool. And then you gotta be like, wait, if it wasn't cool, were you gonna become a nurse? And they're like, oh no, if I don't look cool, then fuck that. I'm like, then don't. No, see, you shouldn't. You shouldn't become a nurse. But that's why, because scrubs are so, they show your figure. That's why all those fucking hot mean girls from your high school are nurses, and they're gonna fucking stab you in the eye. Okay. You're gonna leave the doctor with more problems you came in with, But that's okay, because she's getting likes. And it's important that those kids eat those pretzels. Okay, I heard that when you're young, you can't just eat baby food. You gotta like really chew it. I think it's good for your jaw or some shit. Or else, you just walk around and shit slips out of your mouth because you don't have a strong jaw. So she needs to give those kids pretzels. You might be like, well, if there's nothing to choke on, just, if it's not pretzels, just give them applesauce, right? I'm like, no, but they need hard stuff to chew on, okay? Stop making excuses. I know you just want to see that. Preschool teachers, fucking Tonka truck. No, it's one of the kids' toys. I'm not talking about her dumpy back there, bro. Chill out. God. Yo, you are fucking. uh, you were lost, my man. You were down bad. Anyways. This week, I think December 21st, 2 years ago, was when I posted episode 1 of this podcast. So maybe I'll talk about it next episode. Maybe I just won't fucking address it. But yeah, this podcast turned 2 years old. So thank you guys for listening. I feel like the support the past few months has been really good. So thanks. Thank you so much. And I said I was done talking about it, but it's my birthday. I just say that to say like this video. Okay, see, you have to. Isn't that fucked? When it's your birthday, you just get to do shit like pay for my meal, like my social media posts. Yeah. Ha. Do that shit. You have to. It's legally, I saw it. It's in the Bill of Rights. You have to just do whatever someone wants on their birthday. That's why that guy that only took one photo of his wife, that's why he gets blown on his birthday. She doesn't want to, but it's his birthday. Thanks for listening. I'll talk at you next week. Okay? Bye.